Hello all, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to discuss how to find out the trigonometric ratios of all the trigonometric angles 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. This video is made for the students who are just introduced to trigonometry. Here we discuss the basics of trigonometric lessons. So please stay tuned, watch the video till the end, shoot out to me any questions if you haven't understood any steps. Thanks so much for watching. So consider a right angle triangle here, or I can write this as A and this is O and B. So this side is called as the hypotenuse. So if there is an angle here, if I name this angle as theta, then opposite side by hypotenuse is called as sine theta. Sine theta, opposite side, that is AO by AB. So cos theta is adjacent side. So I'll write here opposite side by hypotenuse, so you'll understand it better. Opposite side by hypotenuse. So cos theta will be adjacent side by hypotenuse. So tan theta is nothing but sine by cos is nothing but tan theta. So that will be hypotenuse both get cancelled. So opposite by adjacent side. Then sine reciprocal is cosecant theta. So in order to find out the reciprocal, you just remember like this, cosecant, and think that there is a double S here and it is bifurcated this side. So this side is cos and this side is secant. So the reciprocal of cos is secant. Okay, so reciprocal of cos is secant. Secant theta is just the reverse of the reciprocal of that is hypotenuse by adjacent side. So sine is cosecant. Cosecant theta will be hypotenuse by opposite side. And here tan is cotangent, so we write it as cot, that is adjacent side by opposite side. So in fact, if you know the value of any one of this, it's possible for you to derive all the other trigonometric ratios. Trigonometric ratios 0, 30, 45, 60, 90. Trigonometric values. We're going to find out the trigonometric values of these angles are called as standard angles. So first, let me find out the value of sine. Okay, so I have seen many students by hearting these values, this table values, where we find out the sine, cos, all the trigonometric ratios is they sit and by heart all this type of values there, and at last what's the result? They just confuse with everything and forget all. Okay, so it's so easy as that. So what I mean to tell you is just you put the number as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, don't by heart, just know the method of finding out the value. What's the square root of 0? 0 divided by 2, so 0. Square root of 1? 1. Square root of 1 is 1 divided by 2, half. Square root of 2 is root 2 divided by 2, that's it. Square root of 3 is root 3 divided by 2, that's it. You don't have a other value for that. Square root of 4 is 2 divided by 2, so you can get it as 1. And the same way root 2 by 2 is, if you want, you can rationalize this, the numerator here. So I multiply and divide it by root 2 here. So root 2 into root 2 is 2. 2 into root 2 is 2 root 2, where I can cancel this and I can write it as 1 by root 2. So in place of root 2 by 2, I can write it as 1 by root 2. Okay. So this is 1 actually. Okay. Yeah. Now, once we got the value of sine, So once we got the value of sine as values for all the standard angles, we'll find out the value of cos. It's nothing but write the reverse of all these things. 1 root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, half and 0. 1 root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, half and 0. That's it. Observe that here for 45 it is the same value, and you have 0 here but you have 0 at the end. You have 1 here, so you have 1 at the other end. You have half here, you have half for 60. So sine 30 is half, cos 60 is half. Sine 30 is root 3 by 2, cos 60 is root 3 by 2. It follows that pattern. Okay. Now let's find out what is the value of tan. It's just sine by cos is tan all the time. Remember this ratio, sine divided by cos is called as tan. So just divide it. 0 by 1 is 0. Divide the numerator always, because denominator gets cancelled here. So it is 1 by root 3. This both get cancels and 1 will be the answer. 2 and 2 get cancelled. So root 3 by 1, it is root 3 will be the answer. 1 by 0. Anything divided by 0 is not defined. We'll write it as infinity. It's not defined there. So we have now tan value. Now we'll find what's the reciprocal of sine. I have told you that. I've told you cosecant, write it as double C. So cos reciprocal is secant. That means sine reciprocal should be cosecant. Tan reciprocal should be cotangent or cot. So sine is value is given. So sine reciprocal I'm gonna write here cosecant 0. So 1 by 0, that is not defined. Okay, it's not defined. 1 by 2, the reciprocal of that is 2. 1 by root 2, the reciprocal of that is root 2 by 1, that is root 2. Root 3 by 2, the reciprocal of that is 2 by root 3. 1, the reciprocal of that is 1 itself. So now we have cosecant value. Okay, now we'll have two more ratios. One is secant and another one is cotangent. So we'll find out the value for sec. That is the reciprocal of cos. So 1, it should be 1. Root 3 by 2. So how much it should come? 2 by root 3. 1 by root 2. The reciprocal of that is root 2. Half. The reciprocal of that is 2 by 1. That is 2. 0. The reciprocal of 0. It is not defined. Now let's come for secant. Cosecant, secant, and now it is cotangent or cot. I'll write it as cot, C-O-T. So you know that cot is the reciprocal of tan. 1 by 0. It's not defined. It's not defined. Okay, so 1 by root 3. So it should be root 3. 1. So this should be 1. Root 3. Root 3 is root 3 by 1. So it should be 1 by root 3. It is not defined. So 1 by that is always 0, because 1 by 0 is not defined. So 1 by infinity we can write it as 0. So these are the trigonometric values for 0, standard angle 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. I hope that you have understood this, and I suggest you not to by heart any of these values, because it's really possible for you to derive it if you know this trick. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take the square root and divide it by 2. The square root of these values 2. The square root of that and divided by 2. This is root 3. Square root of 3 and divided by 2. That is the procedure here.